Hey guys, this is Alachi and this is my review for The Marvels. Okay, let's talk about this. It's going to be very interesting for me to talk about this film because I've made a lot of realizations while I was watching it and how to assess this film. And the best way I think you can assess whether or not you will enjoy this film is how you receive this particular clip from the trailer. Let me play it for you.
Oh my god, we're a team. Oh my god, we're a team. Oh my god, we're a team.
All right. If that sounded to you like nails on a chalkboard, this film is not for you. If you listen to this,
oh my god, we're a team,
and it sounds endearing to you, then this is the film for you. And that is how I would assess it, because this is the absolute full-on Disneyfication of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We have gone full Mickey Mouse Club, full on, you remember the old Disney Channel? This is that. And I have always had this fear that Disney would eventually Disneyfy all of their properties. I did not think it would go this fast. If you didn't watch Ms. Marvel because you thought it was for kids, why would you go see this film? Because this film is for kids. When I was going into this film, I thought this was going to be about the teen Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, going into a film where she was a kind of a fresh, young Avengers wannabe who was going into an adult Avengers film, right? And she was going to bring kind of like that fresh, young edge. And so she was going to be elevated into an adult Avengers film. No, they did the opposite. They brought an adult Avengers film and turned it into a teen tween film, basically making all of the characters like Nick Fury, especially Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau, go to the levels of being more appealing to young children, as opposed to having like kind of like this dorky young kid come along and tag on, an adult adventure. You go in thinking you're going to see a female-centric Avengers type film, and about half an hour in, you're like, oh my God, how did I get tricked into watching a Hannah Montana film? It's like you go in to watch an Avengers film and then you realize, am I in the wrong theater? Or how did I end up in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants movie? Like, this just makes no sense to me. They go so young female with the way that the characters behave, interact with each other, the attitude, the entire premise just reads like a little Disney princess cartoon. And they even turned Captain Marvel into a Disney princess. And I was just thinking to myself, why didn't you just make this an animated film? Like, they might as well just made this an animated film, because this is for kids. This is why I feel very weird about how I should grade this film, because it's very clear to me that this is not a film that was made for me, right? This is no way, I should not be watching this film, right? This is a film for my 7-year-old niece, right? The little kid that was sitting beside us watching this, who was about, I think, 5 or 6 years old, came out going, I really enjoyed that film. Meanwhile, I'm mortified. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I just could not believe that they went full on straight into the Mickey Mouse version of Marvel. I don't know what to say. And then, of course, I can't even begin to, I will go, and when I go into spoilers later, I'll do another video with spoilers where I will talk about the plot point. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what the plot is, because the overall execution of the film is not meant for me, right? It's not designed to appeal to me. It's designed to appeal to little children. But yes, the plot is really ridiculous. The villain, I think her name was Darbin, probably the worst MC villain we have had to date. And that, I mean, come on, let's be real. That's bad. It's really bad. It's so bad. She is so stupid, so dumb, so nonsensical. She looks ridiculous. She acts ridiculous. Her motivations are absolutely ridiculous. And it's almost like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. And then, of course, you know, because it's like a kind of a kid's film, you get nothing from Captain Marvel. You really don't get anything from Miss Marvel or Monica Rambeau. They're very basic, generic versions of themselves, very watered down. I'd say this is Captain Marvel watered down immensely for little children. And I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I was so flabbergasted. And I was like, okay, well, they have picked their target audience, and this doesn't look like a big mistake. It doesn't seem like, oh, well, this was just such a bad film. I feel like this film was made for people who are not me, because they aren't people, they're kids, they're children. And so I'm thinking, what am I going to say about this film? I don't even think I should be reviewing it. I don't even think I should. I don't even think I should be grading this as a person for myself, because this would be like something where I'm like, oh, I highly recommend my niece and nephew watch this, right? Whereas for me and other people like me, I would say, this is not meant for you. Don't even bother watching it. Why would you watch it? And so I'm so torn as to what to grade this film. So I'm either going to give the Marvels, the Mevils, total meh, a D for dismally Disney. That would be my grade for it. Maybe even a D minus, because it was just that bad for me. Or I rate it a C for totally being a children's film. I don't know which one to do. So I'm going to actually leave it up to you guys. You guys can decide. Do I give this a C for the target audience? Or do I give this a D minus for how I personally feel about this film, which I do not think was meant for me? All right, guys, let me know what you guys think. And are you going to go see this film? Hey, if you've got a young one out there and you're afraid that they're too little for a larger scale adult comic book film, don't worry. That's okay, because that's not what this is. This is definitely a children's comic book film. And I think that they will absolutely enjoy it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. And if you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing. And if you'd like to watch more, you can click right here or here to watch more now. Until next time, see you on the flip side.